Deadpool and Wolverine. This just feels right.
Is Superman Cavil all set to become Deadpool 3 Wolverine? Now, the lines of Marvel's universe are blurring. Come, let's analyze the surprising revelations of Henry Cavill's Wolverine entry to the MCU. From Taylor Swift possibly waltzing in as Dazzler and the fan-favorite Fantastic Four villain Doctor Doom dropping by, Deadpool and Wolverine anticipated premiere has initiated a train of saucy rumors. The buzzworthy rumors claim that the ex-Man of Steel will apparently be taking on Wolverine's role in the new movie, or at least a variant of the character adeptly helmed by Hugh Jackman since the early 2000s. A few years back, the MCU has stayed separate from the Sony Spider-Man universe, and the X-Men Fox Marvel universe has been doing its own thing long before Robert Downey put his suit on. All peace, but the biggest crossover of universes, however, is yet to come. Former Superman has embraced the ways of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but he isn't the only one who has joined this controversy. Venom is in Tom Holland's New York, Wanda Maximoff killed Professor Charles Xavier, and Monica Rambeau was woken up by the Beast in a different universe. However, Deadpool 3 has been teased to be the biggest crossover event to ever happen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only will Wade Wilson learn about the multiverse, but he will also have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine by his side. Does it sound very preposterous? Ever since the announcement of Deadpool 3, fans have been excited to watch the much-anticipated sequel, which features Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson and Hugh Jackman as Logan Wolverine. But not anymore. Now, this news of Henry Cavill's MCU cameo as a Wolverine variant worries fans about the beloved actor's talent being wasted on a one-off show. Ever since Cavill made his exit from DC and quit the role of Geralt of Rivia from Netflix's The Witcher, he's been heavily linked with Marvel. In the recent Deadpool 3 teaser, two scenes teased the appearance of Wolverine. One was as a shadow over Deadpool, and the other was with his back facing the camera on a game table in a casino-like setting. The movie's teaser introduced quite a bit of the plot, although Jackman's face wasn't actually seen in the trailer. Has prompted many to speculate about the reason for the absence. In the latter, he wore a white suit and had his hair in classic Wolverine fashion. Many cannot help but draw a similarity between this character design and that of Patch from the comic. Patch is a famous disguise that Wolverine uses to fit into the underground world of the crime city, Madripoor. This lawless city made an appearance in The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. Additionally, in the controversial series She-Hulk, there was a small Easter egg that hinted at a man with metal claws who was involved in a bar fight. Many have begun to wonder if this is how the movie will introduce the Wolverine variant that they think has existed in the MCU from the start. So, Deadpool will be meeting a different version of the Wolverine character, and this new variant may be from the main MCU. But in a movie about many different variants of beloved characters, it would be foolish to think that they will all be played by the same person. Several actors have been rumored to be part of this movie, however, none seem to be getting as much attention as Henry Cavill is after being speculated to play a version of Wolverine. The question that arises now is, could he play the role of Patch, a variant who has been speaking through the MCU for decades? In that case, Cavill could be the perfect choice for the role, considering this version of the character is known for being more poshed than other versions. The Man of Steel actor exudes the perfect energy to play the undercover agent. Fans would be more than a little excited if something like this were to happen. On the contrary, a source that previously predicted Linda Cardellini's contribution as Lila the Otter in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has supposedly breathed life into fan fantasies about Cavill's introduction to the MCU. The outlet confidently affirmed that he would appear as a variant of Wolverine wearing a long brown coat. Marvelites were initially conjecturing about Henry taking on the role of Captain Britain, but according to the source, that won't be happening in the upcoming Deadpool movie. The MCU is infamous for already casting the same actors across storylines, and with Deadpool 3 primarily built around the multiverse chaos, it opens up the room for Henry to venture into different roles later on. However, the recent updates assert that his Wolverine transition for now is a one-off thing. Although this doesn't prevent the British actor from settling into a more permanent role in the Marvel Universe later on, not all fans are pleased with his throwaway cameo, which stirs up a John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic-shaped deja vu. Many mourned the idea of Cavil not returning for something more monumental after Deadpool, calling it low-key annoying because this means that he won't be a big character in the MCU. Fans reiterated that Marvel Studios were pulling another John Krasinski trope. Many are still hoping that he is the 616 version of Wolverine, referring to the primary Earth setting of the Marvel Universe's action. So he should be the main MCU Wolverine? Some rejoiced at the doozy revelation. Many have believed that a variant of Wolverine has always been a part of the main MCU, and now, let's see, the Ryan Reynolds film will confirm the theory. But still, hold your horses because Cavil is going to make a brief appearance in the eagerly awaited sequel, not in his rumored role, hopefully, but as a variant of Weapon X. Cavil, who has been linked to the Marvel Cinematic Universe for quite some time, has been rumored to have a couple of iconic superhero roles in the franchise. However, if reports are true, then the Man of Steel actor is doing career suicide, because Henry Cavill was forced to give up the cape in James Gunn's DCU, where he has been replaced by David Corenswet. However, ever since the actor parted ways with the DC Universe, he has been strongly linked to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he was heavily rumored to portray the role of Captain Britain and other Marvel roles, which suited his physique and charisma. However, in a new report where they confirmed that the Enola Holmes actor would in fact play a Wolverine variant in Deadpool and Wolverine. Interestingly, the report mentioned how the fans would love this cameo, but the fan response was the opposite of what they had mentioned. The news garnered immense backlash and negative reactions from the fans on social media, as they believed it would immensely hurt the MCU and, more importantly, hamper Cavill's career. Nevertheless, it would be one of the biggest fumbles in the history of the MCU because it would kill two birds with one stone that would ultimately ruin the superhero franchise. The Count of Monte Cristo actor has built his incredible and illustrious career on superhero films and fantasy characters. He is most likely going to continue his run as Marvel Studios has considered him the next best option for Marvel projects. It was previously rumored that Cavil is heavily linked to portraying Captain Britain in the franchise. Moreover, the actor had accepted the role on social media, but if he is going to portray Weapon X in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that too in a cameo, it would be extremely disappointing. His physical features will not complement the character, and it will also shut the door for other integral roles in the franchise. Considering Marvel has had a disappointing run of films in recent times, it would be wise for Marvel Studios to feature Cavil in a major role for a prolonged period, as it will aid the films to do much better than they have done at the box office. Too many actors to spoil the characters, right? What do you think? Comment your stand on this and let's hope for a possible change in the current decisions nearby. So, share the video with all your MCU buddies and don't forget to hit the like button. For more updates, keep watching and subscribe.